Man, one of my favorite games of all time was Duck Duck Goose, bro. I love that game, man. I used to play that game all the time back in summer camp. Duck Duck Goose, you run. I'm out of here. Don't catch me. No, I don't want the smoke. Is Canelo ducking David Benavidez? Zay, I want to begin. I gotta make sure I calm myself down because I could be all over the place here. I'm so excited right now. But we know boxing politics, right, is a real thing. We know that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And sometimes boxing politics could be a smoke screen for ducks out here. Okay.
Right.
I want to go back to that Bivol fight because that Bivol fight showed me everything I need to know. What I'm about to say here, okay, disclaimer, is an opinion. I don't have the answers.
Got you.
Okay, I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers for my own life. Okay, I don't have the answers, Zay. Okay, I don't. Okay, that's funny, right there. Salute to my guy Kenny. It's an opinion, and how I formulate my opinion is I look at actions. Okay, I'm very observant. That's my best trait. Is me being observant, and I could observe the room, and I could formulate my opinion based on the evidence that have accumulated by me being observant. I want to go back to that Bivol fight in which Canelo lost to Bivol. Right, I'm not sure if y'all remembered, but I think it was Canelo. He lifted up Bivol in the middle of the fight, very frustrated. I saw a defeated Canelo in that fight, a very defeated Canelo, like a man. His manhood was zapped in that fight, okay, against Bivol. And when you look at the actions after that Bivol fight, since that Bivol fight, I always tell people that Bivol fight was a cherry pick gone wrong. Bivol wasn't the same, dominant force knocking guys out. He became more of a boxer, and he had meaningless title defenses prior to that fight with Canelo Alvarez. Half of the people didn't know who he was. I think that was cherry pick gone wrong. Why? Because number one, he didn't exercise his rematch clause. He allowed it to expire. Okay. And he was a defeated man in that ring. Then after that fight, we talking about fights against Triple G, who was 40 years old, the trilogy, right? We talking about John Ryder, right? Very carefully picked opposition.
Right.
After that fight, right? Now, I want to go with the facts here, and I want to stray away from the opinion, okay? Because clearly, PBC offered Canelo, I believe it was 35 million, might have the exact number wrong, to fight Munguia. Right. Okay, and then Canelo said that he wanted to fight Charlo. By the way, I forgot to mention Little Charlo as an opponent that he fought after Bivol. Recently, he fought Little Charlo, who had to move up in weight. So he said that Terrence Crawford, by the way. Right, I'm going to tell you the history of the self-contradicting things about Canelo. Okay, Terrence Crawford don't have nothing to offer me, right? Well, what does Charlo moving up from 154, 2 weight classes, have to offer you? Okay, that's number one. That's one self-contradiction. But I'm going to come back to that in a minute, okay? I'm all over the place because there's a lot to cover here.
Gotcha.
They offered Canelo 35 million, could have the exact number wrong, to fight Munguia. And he didn't want to fight Munguia, he wanted to fight Big Charlo, right? Clearly, it's Black History Month. He wanted to give to the Black community, whatever, okay? And PBC was like, listen, I'm not trying to see Charlo, Big Charlo, who fought one time in 3 years. Okay, he fought Jose Benavidez at a catchweight. I'm not trying to see that. I'm not going to pay you big money, okay, when that fight is not even going to break even, because nobody wants to see Charlo and Canelo, okay? And Canelo was hell-bent on fighting Charlo that he left. But it's funny because if it was about the money, right, if it was really about the money and not about ducking the Mexican monster here, do we remember a couple years ago that they offered PBC here? Because they said, and I quote, PBC don't have the money to pay me. Oh, really? PBC don't have the money to pay me? When they offered me 45 million to fight Charlo to begin with a couple years ago, and 55 million to fight either, your choice, Canelo, Errol Spence at 164 or David Benavidez at 168. I'll give you $55 million. And he took a deal that averaged out to $85 million. That was a cheaper deal to fight Bivol, cherry pick gone wrong, and Triple G, Gennady Golovkin in the trilogy. Now, either he's an idiot and he skipped math class because the math ain't mathing. Because clearly you took a lesser deal. And then you complain about PBC not paying you your money. No, brother. Stop with the smoke signals. Okay. This guy is ducking. And it's obvious. Okay. PBC just came out today. Well, not PBC, but one of our guys that be covering the sport of boxing. I think it was Cooper, or it's one of those guys, right? That came out today and said that PBC was like, okay, fine. If you are hell bent on fighting Charlo, I'll give you the money to fight Charlo. But guess what? In September, I want that Benavidez fight. Canelo was like, no mas, I'm out of here. Okay. It's funny because it's looking like he's gonna fight Munguia. And I'm about to break it down. I'm about to end here with my lap because I know other people got to get in here. He's gonna fight Munguia in September, right? First of all, self-contradiction. Let's go back to that. Didn't you say, and I quote, I am not fighting Mexicans? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to be, don't take this as racist or nothing. But Munguia is the most Mexican-looking boxer in boxing right now. Literally, there's some Mexicans that could pass for American, not Munguia. You know he's a Mexican, just like Isaac Cruz. Both of those guys are the two Mexicans in the sport of boxing. You say you ain't fighting no Mexican. Okay, you told David Benavidez you ain't fight nobody. Only Anthony Durrell. I got it on film. I'm gonna post it after the show's over. Okay, you only fought Anthony Durrell. Okay, since then he's fought Caleb Plant. He planted Plant. Okay, he dominated Andrade, a guy that you ducked in 2 weight divisions, maybe 3. You could argue. Okay, and now you don't want to fight the Mexican monster, folks. It's not an opinion anymore. Okay, open your eyes. It's facts. Okay, the guy who you call King Canelo, is ducking David Benavidez. And I'll come back for my second lap.
Okay, baby. Just to answer quick to take real quick. Yes, he is ducking David Benavidez. It's not even a question. There's no doubt in my mind that he isn't. He is. He's ducking him. I knew he was ducking him when he tried to accept that Charlo fight. Like, you trying to fight Charlo? Like, for what? Chubby, like, I don't understand. I never understood that. It made no sense to me. And Canelo got an issue right now. Not an issue in terms of. No, he got an issue. Yeah, no, I said it right. He got an issue. His image is tainted. It's a tainted issue. When he looks into the mirror, it's blurry. He can't identify who he's looking at right anymore. Like he's not this.
Evil took his soul,
dominant guy. He thinks he's just some dominant fighter. He's not. Like you're handpicking all your fights, and your promotions handpicking. Continue to handpick, especially when you got somebody chasing you every single way, and it's getting to an unavoidable collision. So you guess he's gonna go out soon when he gets to retire soon. Because Benavidez is here. He's the next big guy, big fighter. And it's funny because Canelo goes, I don't want to fight Terrence Crawford because they're going to say he's too small. I mean, the guys you're battling, the guys you're fighting, their names are too small. They're like, what are you saying? You're talking about Terrence Crawford. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Every time there's a big name that wants to go against Canelo, he has to look at their age first. He has to look at their last couple fights. I ain't going to fight him. I'll go for Triple G the 4th fight. Like, what are we doing here? Like, it makes zero sense how he just continues to do this, and then he has these little jabs. He still goes out with Floyd, like, oh yeah, I want to fight Floyd again. Like, the man's 50. Like, he done. Like, he's not fighting no more. Like, what are you talking about? You want to fight Floyd? What's next? You want to fight Pacquiao too? Like, it doesn't make any sense what this guy's talking about. It's annoying. It's frustrating, and it's tiresome. It's a soap opera with this guy. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. A soap opera. Like, we're done with it. Don't want to continue hearing it. I think it's just. At this point, the boxing community is only getting, they're done hearing it. Like that, they're getting dull noise. Like, all right, whatever. Like, yeah, whatever. Canelo's gonna duck this guy too. It doesn't matter. They're not gonna accept anything. Let's just move forward because Canelo's a guy who's gonna continue ducking and running away from the best fights that the fans want to see and what the boxing community needs for it to really set the tone for David Benavidez to be the king of the hill. So at this point. Done with it. Yes, he's ducking him, and Canelo could just swim off into the sunset, man. Just retire. At this point, if you're gonna keep ducking on a big fight, just retire.
Cousin, any words before I go over my last lap?
Yeah, let me get in there real quick. Let me get in there. Canelo, he's a Hall of Fame fighter, right? Let's be clear, right?
Yeah.
Right? Everybody agree with that, right? Mm-hmm. One of the greats, right? That's fair, right?
He's a Hall of Famer. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, okay. One of the yeah.
Okay, that's I just want to put that in perspective. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody know boxing is a very brutal sport. one of the most brutal, if not the most brutal. And everybody know it only takes a second for you to pass your prime. That's how it works in boxing. We don't see it progress like in football from season to season or basketball from season to season. In boxing, it can literally be in the middle of the ring. It can actually be just one round to the next. You just pass your prime. Canelo recognized he's past his prime. It's a very brutal sport. Now he want to maximize his dollars before he leaves the sport. That's all he's doing. So it's calculated money. And what happens now is that as fans, we get screwed. This is how he's thinking. Clearly, he's ducking. We know this, but it's calculated because he passed his prime. That's it. The only thing Canelo got right now is the name. He's an attraction. He got a name. So he got to maximize his name before it gets to trash, right? Before we say he's just too old and I don't even want to see him no more. So while he still got a name, while he still got an attraction, he's trying to maximize the dollars by pitting it, like you said, hand-picked fights that can still pay him 30 to 20 or to $40 million. Why would I want to go get knocked out and embarrassed, okay? And then my name is Doodle for one fight. Well, I can try to puff up some pillows before 4 or 5 fights and make triple the money. That's what I think his thinking is, or his team thinking is, because he passed his prime, bro. He's not the same cat. He's not the same dude. He's not the dominant dude. It's a wrap. We all know that. We all see that. That's the unfortunate part of boxing, right? It ain't like a team sport where you just have to go at it. You can sit back and relax. I'll wait. And he's playing the waiting game. By the time he fights the fight that we want him to fight, he'll be way past his prime. He won't be able to generate pillow fights anymore, and he'll get embarrassed at an older age. That's Canelo.
I mean, look, I think that's a solid possibility, a very, very high probability of being the case. Maybe he's just, got to a point in his career where he fought a lot of good fights in his past resume, and he just want to cruise until retirement, pick up a couple of checks, still use his name and likeness to do that. But I just hate the narrative that people are running with, that Canelo owes us nothing. I seen that in the comments on Twitter. I almost wanted to jump through the dag on Twitter and poke whoever was behind the keyboard of that tweet, right? Because it's like, if we stop supporting this guy pay-per-views, Eddie Reynoso's trainer will be working in the poppy fields tomorrow. Okay, with all due respect. So he owes us everything. Canelo owes me, bruh. Okay, because we talking about his joint right now on this show. Boxing, we're not going to act like boxing is a popular sport today. It's not. Okay, as bad as the NBA is, we talked about it, it's still miles ahead of boxing. Okay, the UFC is miles ahead of boxing right now, right? So it's not like boxing is the most popular sport. The most content you'll find talking boxing is on my channel. Okay, so Canelo owes me as a fan, so don't come here with this nonchalant trying to shun the consumer that he owes us nothing. No, he owes me the world, with all due respect.
Clear.
Okay, and another thing too, by him leaving to go to Matchroom, which he was on Matchroom before, European tour, I can't even talk. When he went on his European tour, he was in Matchroom, right? Fighting the Billy Joe Saunders, the Rocky Fieldings, the Callum Smith, guy going on a European tour, just like Taylor Swift. Okay, and now he's going back there. Why? Because Eddie Hearn is going to protect the man.
Clear.
Eddie Hearn only concerned about his money, bro.
Absolutely.
And I saw Eddie Hearn in person before. With all due respect, let me not come at Eddie Hearn, right? Because he may give me a job that I asked him for a couple years ago. So Eddie Hearn, I'm gonna take it easy on you. I'm about to say something. I'm gonna take it easy, brother. Okay, Eddie Hearn gonna protect that guy because he's a money man. Okay, PPC was like, hold up. Al Heyman was like, yo, my mans, if I'm going to pay you, okay, to fight Charlo, you're gonna fight Benavidez. Okay, if I'm going to pay you, you're gonna fight Munguia. And it's funny because he ended up fighting. He's gonna end up fighting Munguia anyway, but Matchroom was going to protect him. You're going to fight Munguia. You're probably going to fight Edgar Berlanga, who can't fight with all due respect. That's another guy I've seen before. So to my guy, but I got caught what it is. Okay. Canelo will make easy work of Edgar Berlanga. Okay. So I think the reason why he went to PPC was because at the time they offered him a 3-fight deal and he thought that he could fight the 2 Charlos and potentially Munguia on a third deal, on a third fight of the deal, or maybe Terrence Crawford. He thought it was going to align like that where he could avoid Benavidez. But now that they're shoving Benavidez down his throat, he's like, you know what? Nah, it ain't no joke. I'm going to have to get my Rakim on, okay, and go over here to, Matchroom again, so I could be protected by Eddie Hearn, so I could be protected by
Yeah.
the WBC, who's not forcing, a fight with me and David Benavidez. But one
Right.
more narrative that I want to shoot down, that I'm done. Okay. And salute to my guy Kenny, because he brought it up to me. He's 100% right. I'm in denial. Okay. I'm a fan of the sport. I want to see the best fights happen. I want to see
Absolutely.
Canelo and Benavidez. Okay. All my life, I want to see that fight. So I'm in denial right now. I'm delusional right now. But he made a point that's very, very true. David Benavidez does not need Canelo Alvarez. He's already becoming a star. And he's put himself in a position, okay, to fight for the interim title against Alexander. I don't even know how to pronounce the guy's last name, with all due respect, so I'm not even going to attempt it. But Alexander, who he's fighting, okay, to put himself in position to fight the winner of Bivol and Benavidez. Okay, he doesn't need Canelo, but we want to see the Canelo fight. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Why? Because Canelo is getting his duck on.
Please like and subscribe for all the up-to-date content. You've been slinging shows left and right, slinging content left and right. Please don't miss anything. If you do, like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a question, something you may want to answer, something you may have. All ideas are great ideas. Nothing's a dumb question.